Welcome to my table, I should say. I'm Philly, and I'm doing a takeout try or buy tonight. Hubs should be coming at some point during this, but I'm gonna give it a start. And you know, he thinks I'm too chatty in the beginning because I like to give you a lot of background or some things I've learned about the restaurant before we dig in, so I wanna make sure I can do that. But welcome to the stream, and if you feel comfortable, please drop your name down. Let me know who's joining us today. I always love knowing, you know, who's checking out the stream. However, if you want to just stay in the background and keep to yourself, that's totally fine too. So today we are trying a restaurant called Boricua, and I want to tell you a little bit about it. So let me get up some of my information. As you can see, the dinner is here. We're all ready to go. However, I do want to let you know that upon receiving it, it is piping hot. So I know I'm gonna be chatting a little bit, but I know from the moment I was handed it that it got there right away. And we used DoorDash for it today. So just wanna give you a heads up about that. But a little bit about Boricua. So I kind of came on my radar by doing some research, trying again to find these smaller places for takeout. I know some of the ones that we might be trying might be a little bit larger than your typical small, like it's a little cramped to eat in the restaurant. However, I'm always searching for like those little places that I might not be aware about. So this place, Boricua, and I think someone just said hello, so let me go back to the chat a second. Hey DS, welcome. Hey Ruby, welcome to the stream. I was just beginning to tell a little bit about the restaurant that we're trying today. So it is one that specializes in Puerto Rican cuisine, and it came on my radar when I was doing some research, and I came across some reviews by Craig Laban. So Craig Laban is a very well-respected, notorious food critic here in the city. And to be honest, Andy and I have been following his advice for years, even when we lived in the suburbs. Like he just never led us wrong. He always gave thoughtful reviews, and you know, it was pretty strict. But, and you know, when you're looking or when you're reading reviews, one thing to keep in mind is that food, of course, is subjective. So what one person might love, another person might just be like, so-so. And there have been a couple of restaurants that we've tried that he's really well recommended that we just didn't think were all that for us. But in this case, I was very interested. So a couple things about Boricua. So first of all, the one that I ordered from today, it made his new and notable restaurants list for 2021, and it's in Northern Liberties, a part of our city, and it's a storefront. And they started with the family got their start in catering, running the Pearl Ballroom in North Philadelphia, which they no longer operate. And the siblings Hector and Jasmine Serrano opened Boricua, which features Puerto Rican specialties, in Northern Liberties in 2021. And since they've actually opened a second location called Boricua 2 in Port Richmond, which is another little area of the city. So a couple things about, they are known for excellent platters and excellent specialties from Puerto Rico. A little bit limited menu, and so I did look for Craig Laban for some definite recommendations. But everything from platters and sandwiches, and with those platters you can kind of build your own what you want to eat, what you desire. And he was really fond of their savory Pernil, which is pulled pork, and the other things that he noted were the rice and Grandules, which are beans, pasteles, which they did not have today, and roast chicken. He also talked that it was one of the best tres leches cakes. Now, I will tell you, unfortunately, they actually, you know how we often have the one part, by the way, if you're just joining us, there is a whole rating that we do for every restaurant that we do a takeout, try, or buy for. And one of the things we often don't have any information for is the friendliness factor. Well, this restaurant called me, and after I placed the order, and apologized because he felt so badly that they did not have any of their tres leches cake left. But he was wondering if he could substitute, they had like 2 slices left of their Flancocho, I hope I'm saying that right, cake, which is, oh, it sounded really phenomenal, which has a tres leche on the bottom and it's a flan-like top. Well, I love both of those things, and I've never had them together. So I said absolutely, but I was struck, to be honest, with how personable he was, and almost concerned as speaking to a customer, not wanting to disappoint. And I don't know about you, but like oftentimes, we eat out a lot. We go to lots of restaurants. We love patronizing restaurants and supporting the business. And it just really struck me as being a complete stranger at how he reached out. And so I'm definitely going to reflect that in my friendliness rating. So truly appreciated that. But in any event, back to some of my information. So it's a small little place, and if you do eat there, they have salsa music, and they also have a lot of items from Puerto Rico there too. And it's known for home-style Puerto Rican cooking. And one of the things he talked about, which I can't get since we're not eating there, is a creamy coquito, which I did look up what that was, and it kind of sounded like an eggnog, Puerto Rican style with rum. I think you bring your own rum because I don't believe they have a liquor license. But they also talk here, and at least Craig LeBon mentions that there's a secret recipe of peppers, onions, garlic, and herbs that Jasmine and their mother, Inez Serrano, prepare regularly. And no one shares like even a hint of its secret, which is wonderful. So anyways, there was just so many wonderful information to find out about on their foods. And so this is what we ordered. So let me go back to my chat and see what is going on there. Archie, welcome. And Alvin, welcome. So glad to have you come back, Alvin. I don't know if you've been to any of the other ones. I know you were on the last stream, but it's lovely to have you say hi. So let you know what I ordered from Boricua that we'll be tasting in just a minute. And again, Hubs should be here. I really don't know. I mean, I haven't gotten a text from him. He knew that we were streaming tonight. Of course, it's not important that it's my thing, not his thing, but obviously this is his dinner too, so it might get a little chilly if it's out too long. But I ordered a variety of different things for us to try. So one of the things I ordered was Arroz con Grandules, which is yellow rice and beans, and I don't know if I'm massacring the pronunciation. As I mentioned, I ordered some Pernil, which is roasted pulled pork. I ordered some Pollo Guisado, which is chicken breast and gravy. I ordered some Tostones, which are twice fried plantain slices. I ordered some Sorullos, which is fried cornmeal dough, and I know sometimes it can be stuffed with cheese. I'm not sure if this will be or not. And of course, just to give us a little bit of edge, I ordered some green salad. And then lastly, something that is kind of a special treat, since I can't try their tres leches cake, which is supposed to be fabulous, but they ran out, that's what happens with really fabulous things. It gets bought out. I ordered, he offered me the Flancocho, which is half tres leche on the bottom and a flan-like top. So there we have it. So let's dig in. And let me see here what everyone's saying. Is that white bag food or Hubs? Right, absolutely. And why do American people struggle with the word herbs? Because we say herbs, and I believe, Arch, you say it herbs. I think I've been noticing I was listening to someone who was British, and she was using the H sound, and I'm a reading teacher, so I teach phonics, I teach sounds. She used the H sound, with words that we sometimes keep it silent. So I know with herbs, that's something in America we keep silent, but I believe in Britain you say herbs. And you know what? I love the variety, so I'm all about that. Tomato, tomato, right? And let's see what else we have here. DS said the indigenous, and I'm trying to, Taino culture dominated the island. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, DS. Taino called the island Borquin, Spanish Borquin, the land of the brave Lord, which is where we get the name Boricua from. Oh, DS, I'm so impressed. Thank you for adding. I love that. And it's pronounced Boricua. Oh, thank you, Boricua. I gotta love the phonetic spelling, because that is one of the things we talk about in phonics when I teach reading, is how to phonetically say different words. So I see with that capital E that you want me to emphasize it, Boricua. So I was saying it wrong. It's not Boricua, it's Boricua. Now I know, I'm so glad to know that. And I ordered the classics, I'm so glad. A huge emphasis on the, yes. So Archie, anytime I say hi, I'll say, hi, Archie. How about that, my friend? I'm just teasing you, love. And Boricua is what Puerto Ricans call themselves. I did not know that. I love it. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to get some scissors to cut this open because it's tied in quite the knot. I did notice something leaked, and I wonder if it's the gravy from the Pollo Guisado or something else, but there was a little leakage. So I also brought paper towels because I feel like we're going to have a little bit of a mess. So let me go get the scissors, and I'm going to get a beer, and Hubs can grab his when he gets home. As you can see, I have the water. All right, so get my little beer. I always think a beer sounded, when I was reading what I was going to be getting, I'm like, oh, a beer sounds like that would be really good with this. All right, so let's get this open. And as I mentioned, when the fella handed me the food, it was hot. It was piping hot. So, okay. So here is, oh my goodness, friends. Here is the Flancocho, which is the flan on the top, and the tres leches on the bottom. And I have never had anything like that. I mean, I've had some tres leches cake, but that looks phenomenal. And while I do want to try their tres leches cake sometime, I'm actually quite excited that there was that little mishap because I am so excited to try that. So we have that. Actually, let me put that. All right. Oh, and these must be the Sorullos. So here we go. I'm going to put one. Let me show that to you. So the Sorullos. Put one there and put one there at Hubs. Put the trash up there. Oh, I see. This is what, so this thing right here, I think is what leaked. So let me put that down and get a little paper towel. Unfortunately, leaked on all the other ones. And of course, that's not their fault. It's just the nature, right? However, I will say if it was certain of the kind of takeout containers, if it would toss and turn, it wouldn't leak. It is. So this is the Pollo Guisado. I'm not going to tip it too much because lest it leak again. So that's chicken and potatoes, it looks like there. So I'm going to put that down. That looks delicious. Let's see what's next. Hubs, I was saying that you were going to be glad that I did all my chit-chatting already. Oh, and your microphone's over there. And you might want to grab a beer. So in here we have a little green salad. Just a normal green salad. Looks like it's dressed with a simple vinaigrette. I'm going to actually cut that lid off and put that in between us. And just we had some veg. Let's see what this is. Oh, the gravy kind of fell at the bottom of the bag. So let me open this up here. So let me get everything assembled, friends, and then we'll begin tasting. I was mentioning that one of the things I ordered that that Craig Laban said was very good was the tres leches cake, and they called me to let me know that they had sold their last piece, and could they substitute this cake or this dessert called the Flancocho, which has tres leche type cake on the bottom and flan type on the top.
So you said no, right?
So I was like, of course, but he was so nice. So I said, I'm actually giving, we never rate that first part, friendliness, I'm giving, look at all this gorgeous meat. And there's some crispy right at the top, which is wonderful. Okay, so let me put that there. And then, oh, we're a little dripping from the chicken and the sauce. So let's see what this is. So this is the Arroz con Grandules. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. This is the yellow rice and beans.
It's funny to listen to you try to pronounce things.
I'm doing my best. And let me get this dried off. And then this one has got to be the Tostones, which is like different sliced plantains. I think it's almost like twice fried or something to that effect. So can you carefully put that over in the back corner there? Okay, so I'm going to put this here. So friends, I don't know if you
Holy, look at that cake.
I know, isn't that cake amazing? Oh my gosh. Okay. And these are, by the way,
What are these?
What were those? Those are Sorullos. Sorullos.
I still don't know what that means.
Those are fried cornmeal dough. There may or may not be cheese inside. I'm just not sure.
Can I cut into
So,
it?
no, we're going to wait a second. So I just want to I want to move the camera since we're doing it this way right now. I actually want to just take and show you some of the food. So tell me, are they able to see?
Sure.
Is it showing? Okay, so there we go. This is our fixings.
No, actually, you're missing it.
Oh, I am?
Yeah, you got to go back.
Okay. Well, I can't. All right, so that's not going to work. Sorry, friends. I was trying, but the table's here and the couch is right behind, so we were running into a little bit of trouble. I tried. I gave it the college try. All right. So, cheers.
Cheers.
So let's give it a try. Why don't we let's be practical and try things one at a time.
Okay, let's try this.
Okay. So this is the Sorullos. Oh, and Diaz told me I don't think there's cheese inside, which
the
is
smell.
fine. I do want to just smell it just a second.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe there is some cheese. I can't tell. Oh, and they say sometimes you dip this in ketchup. I didn't think to get ketchup. He said that I was calling it Boricua,
Oh, so
and
good.
Diaz was telling me. Now let me go back to where that was, the pronunciation, which I cannot tell you how much. Yes, I appreciate it. It's Boricua. Oh, there is some cheese in there. Ooh, cheese pull. Did you guys see that? Boricua.
But this is almost like a cornbread. Or it's like a cornmeal, not cornbread, but isn't it?
It is made of cornmeal.
Oh, okay.
It absolutely is. Oh my gosh. What kind of cheese is that?
Oh, no.
Very good.
The outside is so good.
It's like a sweet cornbread. Okay.
A little salad.
I've never had anything like that.
Palate cleanser.
It almost reminds me of the things that we see on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, with these little things that they do, like in an air fryer. And
They're really good.
I'm gonna move this over here.
And
Okay. So
This is like, I like things like this, the cornbread.
Oh yes.
I'm a big fan of that.
Absolutely. Delicious. Let me see what's going on here with our friends here, because I've been neglecting the chat. Archie says, thank you, DS. I'm glad somebody's educating the chat. Yes, DS, we so appreciate it. Hand that cake over Phil. Oh my gosh. Arch, I think that cake trumps any pretzels I could possibly make.
That is unbelievable.
Archie says, I've never experienced Puerto Rican food ever. It looks so exciting. I am very excited. And Archie said, Amy's gone to bed. Yes, because of school. So she should be. That's what she should be doing. And Andy, everyone says hello.
Hello.
And yes, patience is a virtue. So hold your horses, son. All right. So why don't we do this? First, let's try these, because these are kind of like another kind of snacky thing. These are the Tostones. They're plantains fried.
Okay, so I just had this at a place called Colombiana Terra, right?
Ooh.
And
I like that.
a lot of people like the sweet plantains.
Oh, I like it this way.
More
I like them
than
savory.
this.
I mean, I do like sweet plantains, but I love them savory.
But there was something that they put on this too.
It didn't come with the sauce.
Okay.
I like it savory. It almost to me tastes like
Maybe
a
somebody
French
knows.
fry. Like a French fry.
I thought
Yes.
there was something that they
DS, do you
like
know
a dip.
anything that you would dip
Like a
the
dip or
Tostones in? They are good. Very good. Okay. So now what I would do, I brought spoons and we're gonna need that for the meats, is I'm gonna get a little rice, and then I figure we'll get a little rice and a little bit of pork and a little bit of chicken and potatoes.
a little bit of cake.
Oh, cake's last. So we can get a little bit of rice, because I want to taste the rice plain, but, oh, now I have
You
hiccups.
get the hiccups?
Now I have hiccups.
This could be funny.
Whoops.
Got it.
But I want to actually put some of the chicken with the gravy. It's not really gravy. They call it gravy, but it's more of a sauce. Oops, that's not the right thing. What did I do with the other spoon? Oh, I think you have the spoon over there for some reason.
I think you gave it to me.
Oh, did I give it to you?
I just took
Okay.
it.
All right, so we got a piece of white meat chicken, because I know they talk there was
Is that what it
chicken
is?
breast. And then I got a potato. I want to get some of this lusciousness there. Put a little bit of that on the rice. There you go.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get, and this is what Craig LeMond loves, is the Pernil, which is their roasted pork. So, and do you mind if I taste the, I'll split the crispy skin
No,
with
that's
you.
fine. You can have it.
I can have it?
Yeah.
Okay. Just going to take some of that. Just use my fork. Oh, I love the darker meat.
It smells
All
pretty
right.
good.
I forgot to even smell it. It does smell good.
This smells good.
There you go. And it might be a little icky on the bottom, so you just have to use your napkin. All right, so let's get in. Let's dig in. First, I'm going to try
How'd you get?
with my fork. I used my fork.
Okay.
First, I'm going to get the crispy skin, if I can. Oh, I might just flick it off the plate. Okay, I might have to.
Oh, man.
How do you think I should do this, babe?
I think you should just pick it up and eat it.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, friends, don't let my mom know.
I can't believe you just picked it up
I don't
and
know
ate
if I
it.
can bite it. Oh, that flavor. Oh, that's delicious. Mmm. Oh, it's delicious.
Is it good?
Here, you can have a bite.
Nope, I'm good.
Finger licking.
I have my own.
Okay. So I'm going to try the rice first plain. I love yellow rice.
Oh. So what is the, this
Delicious
is,
flavor.
This is
This
pork,
is-
right?
This is pulled pork. It's, I think, very
Got a smoky
classic.
flavor to it. A little bit of smoky.
That is delicious. That pork is delicious. That's what Craig LeBon
Yeah,
writes
pork-
home about, is
pork
the
is really
pork.
good.
It is so tender. It has so much flavor.
But it's got like a little smoky flavor too, right?
I don't think they smoke it, but it's
No, I
probably
mean, but-
from like whatever spices they put in there, but it is delicious. Really good.
Chicken's very good too.
I really like the pork very much. Let me try the chicken.
Potatoes good. You gonna hiccup again?
So the sauce that the chicken's in, kind of you can taste like peppers and onions.
Yeah, but it's not hot. Or,
Oh, no, but just whatever flavored it. It's got background flavor.
That pork.
And
is
I'm sure they cooked the chicken in that too. Let me try taste the potatoes, which have soaked up.
Yeah, the
all that
potatoes are
flavor.
really good. I had one already.
Yeah, so I'm sure all of that was cooking in a pot, soaking up all that yummy flavor. Delicious. But I got to tell you, for me, the pork.
And the rice is really good.
Oh, the rice is really good. And I kind of, what I might do is get pork and rice, salad, but then I want to get extra pork and make sandwiches or wraps with it. Like, wouldn't that be amazing?
Yeah, but
Or even
I
make.
actually really like the chicken too.
I like the chicken. And no, don't get me wrong. I just prefer the pork. The pork is like phenomenal. It is just.
But it's,
and there's so
yeah,
many
it
different
is.
ways
It's-
you could use
you
the
can tell
pork.
it's chicken breast. It's but very tender because it's been cooking in the sauce the whole time.
The pork is to die for. Pork is awesome.
And it's good.
So good. So let's see what we were saying here. So Diaz says we usually dip them in mojo garlic vinegar and a touch of oregano blended. Nice. And we marinate almost everything in mojo. And Archie says, correct me if I'm wrong, but could those containers be a little more sturdy, or are they thick enough? So they're what's the stuff called? They're styrofoam, so they're sturdy enough. The thing is, with something like that saucy, my main, like if I knew the owners well,
right.
is I would say for something saucy, it needs to be in one of those recyclable plastic containers that has a lid, because, or that's going to happen. Either that, or put it at the bottom so that if it does tip out, it doesn't like pour over everything.
I think Archie's right, actually.
But that's I think where the problem was with the containers was that.
Oh, so that's what.
Plus, we have been talking about sustainability, and styrofoam is definitely not sustainable, and you can't recycle it or anything like that. And let me see what else it says. And
You keep talking. I'm just going to keep eating.
it says, yes, it's from the pork shoulder, definitely. And the pork shoulder is called Pernil, which is why the dish is called Pernil. Thank you, DS. Wonderful. And Archie was asking for more about mojo, and he says mojo is vinegar, garlic. Is that salt and pepper. DS, I'm like, what is S and P? And I'm like, salt and pepper. So vinegar, garlic, S&P, and a touch of oregano blended together. What kind of vinegar usually? Is it just a red vinegar, white vinegar, white wine? I'm just curious, yes, what you usually prefer for that. And it's a marinade, yes. And Archie says, I remember an argument on a food TV show about Euro oregano or South American oregano. And I believe whenever I've watched Jamie Oliver, Archie, he says oregano, which is very different than the way we say it. And yes, it needs to be in a curry container. Yes, something that would really keep it all together. White vinegar. Okay, white vinegar. Wonderful.
Makes sense.
That's awesome. Oh my goodness. So, yeah. This is all good.
It's really good. This is like one of my favorites.
One of your favorites?
I love that. I love this. It's got like almost like a little sweetness to it. The cheese is a little salt. Well, I mean, not
it's
a lot
funny
of
because
salt,
I enjoy it, but I actually like the Tostones better because they, to me, again, are like almost having a French fry. But this is so good. Don't get me wrong.
I would say the opposite for me, but
They're both good. And I will say, I was reading that Tostones. Wait, no, those are Tostones. The Sorullos, sometimes they're not stuffed with cheese and they're actually tossed in
powdered sugar.
Powdered sugar.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That would be.
Can you imagine how that would be?
I
How
wouldn't
good?
even. I would eat my weight
Yes,
in that.
that would be so good. All right, so I'm going to take one more bite, and I think we should try the dessert.
Okay. I'll twist my arm for that.
So let me go over cost too. So we
Yeah, how
got
was it?
all of these things, and I don't have it right here. I believe it was like $50 or something for all of this. Like I think the Pernil, most things were like $7 to $9.
And this has some weight to it.
Oh yeah,
And there's a lot.
it's pure meat, and so
Same.
you know, like that's, I already know like what I would be ordering from it. I kind of know. And again, I'd get extra of that so I could make future meals with it in a heartbeat. Okay, so let me get us fresh forks because I was gonna use a spoon, but we need a fork to like dig properly into that,
Okay.
you know.
So tell me about the cake again, or the
So it is
pie
called
cake?
a Flancocho. I hope I'm saying it right. And this cake is, the bottom is like is similar to a tres leche cake, and the top is a flan-like. Yes, so it's kind of the combo of both. And I'm a huge flan aficionado, so I'm really excited to try these together. You ready? I'm gonna get the big forks because that's a big piece of cake. But again, part of
let you
what
go
I
first.
enjoyed is I almost felt like I was ordering. I mean, we don't even know them. We've never ordered from there, but I felt like it was almost like
Here.
they knew us, you know, and wanted to make sure that we were happy with it. So I'm going to go in so I can get some of both.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Let's see there.
It's so soft.
Okay, and it looks so moist. So I'm going to go in the whole thing because I want to get both flavors. It is so moist. I'm just going to get some cake first now. The cake is buttery almost, which I know the tres leches, it's the milk.
Very comfortable. Very comfort food.
But the flan is custardy. I'm just going to taste that.
Yeah, it's great.
It's delicious. But like I said, I heard that Craig LeBon thinks their tres leche, which is going to be a little different than this, is the best in the city.
No kidding.
And they use 4 different milks to make it. They actually make it more cuatro leche as opposed to tres leche.
Like what type of milk?
I forget. I read about it.
Oh.
It's usually like, I think condensed milk.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
And
there's
there's
all
another
different kinds,
Okay.
that are applied to it
I know there was 4
to
different
make it
types of milk.
so moist. Wonderful. Well, okay. Well, we need to do our thingers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So now's the part where we're going to put our ratings, and then we'll share our ratings with each other and with you. And again, all the information is down below. I will switch it to include all of our ratings after the stream.
So you said they were friendly, right?
Very.
But I wasn't involved with that, so I don't know how to.
Okay. Well, it'll just be whatever my score is since I was.
Okay, I'll just put NA for that. Mm-hmm. But I believe you that they were.
Did you hear that, Archie? He believes me. I'm a winner tonight. And by the way, besides Archie and DS, Alvin's also on. Oh, Matthew! Welcome, Matthew. Matthew Whittington's on as well. I wanted to see if I missed anybody else. Okay, so, all right, so let me do.
Where is this place?
Northern Liberties. Oh, and they opened a second one. So I think it did so well, they opened a second one just this year up in Port Richmond.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Let's see.
You're the slowest grader.
It's always about the speed with him. Oh my goodness gracious. As we would say in my classroom, quicker is not always better. Take your time, I say to my students. Take your time, don't rush. Give me your best, right? Your best efforts. Oh, that was that. So what you didn't know, by the way, is when I got this from the fella, it was piping hot. I mean, just so you know. And I mean, you didn't know.
Good
Yeah,
information.
it was piping hot. Like it.
So I'll change
Yeah.
that then.
Yeah.
That's good information.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. So the first one was Friendliness, and he won't rate it because he didn't talk to him, but I'm giving him a 5. I was so impressed. To me, when any business goes out of its way to contact you as a customer to try to make sure your experience is a positive one, I just think the world of it. So I went straight 5 with that. How about packaging? That would be.
I said a 3.
Yeah, I put a 3 also because of.
Archie was right.
And yeah,
with
they
the-
could be sturdier, and with anything that's liquidy like that, that would be problematic. If the bag had a hole in it, that would have been a big old mess. How about portion?
Portions are good. I did a 4.
Yeah, I did a 4. Oh, by the way, the ratings are from 1 to 5. 5 is the highest, 1 is the lowest. Presentation.
I did a 4. I know you didn't, but I thought it was fine, and the cake was beautiful. So
Cake was beautiful. I did a 3 just because I'm trying to run the gamut of,
Yeah, I probably
things.
should have done
And
a 3.
nothing against it. I mean, it's kind of, this is a thing of rice. It's hard unless you're going to put herbs and stuff in there. And save a little lettuce for me because I have not had any salad.
I would have, if I would have taken a little bit longer, I probably would have rated it a 3 or 3.5.
How about aroma?
It smelled great.
Yeah, I
4.
put a 4. Yep. Temperature, 5.
Well, I did a 5
you
because
can't
said
for
that.
takeout. You can't get any more hot than it was when I first got it from him. Texture.
4.
Yep, I put a 4 because it was. I like the crispy on the outside, the crispy, and then the creamy, and then the cheesy on that side. The pulled pork.
This was tender.
Yeah, but
Rice
even the
was
pulled
great.
pork was just
Right.
so fall apart, tender, and moist. It was wonderful. Taste.
I did a 5. I thought it was great.
Okay. I think it was delicious. It was a 4, and it wasn't to disparage the taste. I always am stingy with my 5s.
I liked that. I like.
Yeah, I like
really all of
everything.
it.
And so my overall, what was your overall?
4 or 5.
My overall was probably a 4, yeah, because I had the 2 3s and 2
you're so
5s.
difficult.
So it was a 4, which is a great rating. Again, I mean, it should be difficult to get a 5. This is affordable, delicious, home cooked. I mean, and they were so friendly. And I was telling them there's this drink called a, oh no, I forget what it was called. It's something, do you remember what it was called, DS? The drink that has the coconut.
Oh,
it's like
this is so good.
I couldn't buy it because you have to be there. And it's basically like a, what's the thing we
I
have?
had one at Colombiana Terra.
But what's the thing we have at Christmas time? The creamy drink.
Eggnog?
They say it's like a Cuban eggnog with rum.
Oh, it's, oh.
So, I mean, because
Oh,
that's,
so they
well,
have rum there with it?
oh, no, you'd have to bring your own rum.
Oh, okay.
But traditionally, you could have it without rum, but you
Right.
could also put rum in it. So I love that I know it's there. I was tickled with it, and I'm very excited that we tried it. And it's definitely, so if you have not tried it in Philly, I highly recommend. And again, we used DoorDash, and it got us toot sweet.
Was it in time?
Oh my gosh, so quick, so quick. So
Good.
yes. So the next stream will be, drum roll please, because I have just forgotten. That was the one of the notes I did not put on my notes. So let me go to my page real quick. The next stream will be the 21st, which will be Sunday. Oh, and we're making diner sandwiches, and I'm not telling you any more than that because you'll just have to check out Twitter at Philly Live, or check out my community YouTube page where I'll start giving you some little hints about these diner sandwiches that we're going to be making. It'll be our lunch on Sunday.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. So Matthew, Alan, DS, Archie, and of course, sweet dreams to Amy, who had to get to bed for school the next day. And Ruby, thank you so much for coming to our stream. And anybody else that's watching, please make sure you like and subscribe. And if you like this content or have ideas of more things, please give me a shout out in my community page. I'd love to know, or on Twitter. So until we eat again, bye friends.
See ya.